Slot machines, cards, coins, and rubber bands, but mainly deception and tricks. This is the world of Harry Millis, a 33-year-old Australian magician who's made a career out of understanding the art of deception. But he's not using his skills to cheat casinos. Instead, he's pulling back the curtain on the secrets of card cheats and showing us how it's done. But let's rewind a bit. To understand Harry's story, we need to go back to the beginning. Some time ago, there was a 4-year-old boy sitting cross-legged on the floor, a magic book propped open in front of him. This is where it all started for Harry Millis. While other kids were out playing, young Harry was perfecting the art of misdirection and sleight of hand. Most people, and I mean men, get into magic because it's revenge of the nerd, Millis reflects. I know something you don't, and for me, it was also a good excuse to be alone. I was very shy. But that shy boy grew into a man with a unique set of skills that would lead him down an unexpected path. As Millis grew older, his skills with the deck of cards became truly extraordinary. He mastered the art of false dealing, perfected countless shuffling techniques, and developed an almost supernatural ability to control every aspect of a card game. Fast forward to Harry at 17. He's in a backroom card game in Sydney, heart pounding, palms sweaty. He's about to try something he's been practicing for years, cheating at cards. But even though it sounds exciting, it was actually a terrifying experience for him. There were no broken fingers, no dark rooms with single hanging light bulbs. Instead, Harry got a warning. They said, "You need to be careful." They threw me a bone. From that moment on, he never cheated again. By the time when he was 18, he was curious about the world of professional gambling without cheating. So he sat down at a Texas Hold'em poker table. The experience was again eye-opening, but not in the way he actually expected. He was there watching people brag about how they won $3,000, but they had spent $5,000. He called it the gambler's fallacy. So instead of being seduced by the glamour and potential winnings, he saw the darker side of the industry. The desperation, the addiction, the false bravado. It all left a sour taste in his mouth. It also ignited a fascination with the world of card cheats and casino security that would shape his career. Now, Harry's mornings start with a ritual. He sits at his desk and picks up a pack of cards. For up to an hour, he practices dealing seconds, dealing out the second card in the deck instead of the top card, then thirds and bottoms. He shuffles and cuts the deck over and over. It's a daily ritual, as essential to him as coffee is to most of us. It's the opposite of riding a bicycle. It's a knife that I have to sharpen every day, Harry explains. So, if he doesn't do that, he will be in a bad mood all day. This dedication has made Harry one of the best in the business, but not in the way you might think. Instead of using his skills to cheat, Harry now helps casinos catch cheaters. He's become a sort of magic detective, hired by casinos around the world to spot the tricks that others try to pull. In reality, it's very common for people to attempt cheating in casinos. Harry often finds himself confirming suspicions, and in most cases, it's the dealer who's involved. Other times, it's a player who's winning consistently and doing really well. No matter how fair someone plays, the casinos are always going to take an interest in them. But how does one catch a cheater? It's all in the details. Take the move called dealing seconds. To the untrained eye, it looks like normal dealing. But watch closely and you might notice the dealer's thumb moving ever so slightly, keeping the top card in place as they deal the one beneath it. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but to someone like Harry, these tiny details make all the difference. Catching cheaters isn't just about spotting sleight of hand. Sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time. Occasionally, Harry even sits in on a high-stakes game, watching for cheaters in real time. It's high-pressure work with a lot of money on the line. This unique blend of skills, part magician, part detective, has led Harry to create a show unlike any other. The Unfair Advantage is a combination of magic and card-playing prowess where Harry not only demonstrates his incredible skills, but also shows the audience how to cheat at cards. But here's the catch. Before the show starts, audience members must sign a confidentiality agreement. They promise not to use or disclose the secrets they learn during the show. Might sound like a gimmick, but for Harry, it's about more than just creating a sense of exclusivity. It's about changing the way people think about magic and secrets. During the show, Harry's fingers move with incredible speed and precision. He demonstrates false deals, fake shuffles, and memory techniques that allow him to memorize the position of every card in a full deck after the audience has mixed them up. It's a dazzling display of skill, but Harry insists it's not about natural talent, it's about practice. Years and years of dedicated practice. But why teach people how to cheat? Isn't that dangerous? Harry's quick to emphasize that this show isn't about encouraging people to cheat. In fact, he explicitly warns against it. He's had people approach him after shows ready to hit the casinos with their newfound knowledge, but Harry never takes them up on it. Despite his work in casinos, he doesn't enjoy gambling. Moreover, he points out that cheating at a professional gambling table is a felony in many places. It can get you barred from casinos for life or worse. But beyond the legal risks, he has seen firsthand the darker side of gambling and cheating. Most cheaters, he's found, aren't driven by greed or a desire to beat the system. More often, it comes from a place of desperation. This insight has given Harry a unique perspective on casinos and gambling. So, despite working in casinos around the world, Harry doesn't paint a glamorous picture of them. He describes them as cursed places, ugly, fluorescent lit spaces with no clocks, no windows, where the drinks are strong and the food is weird. So, why does he do it then? For him, it's about regulation. He believes that while gambling can't be stopped, it needs to be regulated, and he'd rather be part of that regulation than participate in the gambling itself. But for Harry, it's about more than just being good at something. It's about the magic. And magic, for Harry, is about creating a sense of wonder. It's about reminding people that there's still mystery in the world. When he performs, the magic isn't happening in his hands. It's happening in the minds of his audience. That's what makes magic such a unique art form. The audience is an active participant, not just a passive observer. This philosophy extends to his show. It's not just about revealing secrets or showing off his skills. It's about creating a sense of wonder, about reminding people that there's still magic in the world. It's about passion and dedication, about the countless hours Harry has spent perfecting his craft. But with all his skills, has Harry ever been tempted to use them for personal gain? We still can't believe that someone with such power hasn't taken advantage of it for themselves at least once. Let's not lie to ourselves. But he insists he hasn't. For him, knowing how the trick works takes away the allure of gambling. It's like knowing how a magic trick is done. Once you know, it's hard to go back. The mystery's gone, and with it, the excitement. Instead, Harry sees his role as something different. Remember, he's not here to encourage cheating or to reveal all the secrets of magic. He's here to pull back the curtain just enough to remind us that there's more to the world than what we see on the surface. And that's the real magic of Harry Miles. In a world of smoke and mirrors, of casinos designed to separate you from your money, he's using his skills to create something different, something that makes people gasp in amazement, that reminds them of the wonder they felt as children. But interestingly, this isn't just about magic or gambling. It's about the psychology of gambling, the allure of risk, and the thin line between skill and cheating. Consider the memory techniques Harry uses in his show. He can memorize the position of every card in a shuffled deck in moments. Those are the incredible capabilities of the human mind, and they aren't just for card tricks. They're used by memory champions in competitions around the world. Then there's the physical skill involved. The precise movements required for sleight of hand takes years to master. It's not just about fooling the eye. It's about training your hands to move in ways that seem impossible. It's a combination of dexterity, timing, and misdirection that borders on the superhuman. And that's exactly what allows Harry to boast about being both a magician and a cheater hunter. Now, he's probably off to another casino, another show, another opportunity to use his extraordinary skills. In a world where the house always wins, Miles has found a way to play by his own rules, turning a childhood fascination into a career that straddles the line between entertainment and law enforcement. So, what can we learn from him? The value of the countless hours of practice, the dedication, the sheer force of will it takes to hone such skills, and, of course, that there's value in looking closer and questioning our assumptions. Makes us remember that there's often more happening than what we can see on the surface. So, don't miss the unfair advantage if you ever get a chance to go, but remember, don't try what you learn at home or in a real casino. Harry Miles can teach you how to cheat at cards, but he certainly won't bail you out if you get caught. So be careful out there. And if you enjoyed this kind of video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything we've got for you. Until the next bet, my friend.